That's all the guys, really can focus on. We have a young team. We have the 5th youngest team in college hockey, so the majority of our roster's back, and so all those things to me are plenty to play for.
And then piggybacking off of that, how much of that is being an independent? How much does that hurt this time of the year where you're trying to make up a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've said it publicly, like we're ready to get into a league. I mean, we've paid our dues and done all the things we need to do, and it would be nice right now to have a second life and be preparing for a playoff. I think the guys would appreciate that too, and we've proven we can get to the NCAA tournament as an independent, and we know we can. Obviously, it's not going to happen this year, but yeah, a league would be great.
And then final question for me, thinking back to your expectations from the beginning of this season, where do you think you guys are now at this point in the year?
Well, I mean, obviously, we have expectations every year to make the tournament, right? So we didn't hit those expectations. It is what it is. I think that there's a lot of reasons for that. This is by far the most injured team I've ever had. We have more man games missed with 12 games left in the season this year. When we had 12 games left in the season this year, we had more man games missed than the last 3 combined. So when you're missing 5, 6, even sometimes there's been 7 regular lineup guys a game, it's tough. It's really tough. So you look back at the when we were playing our best hockey and beating North Dakota and beating Colorado College, the lineup that we had back then is drastically different than it is today. So we miss those guys, and we're looking forward to getting a healthy roster over the off season and getting back after it. But we got 8 games left, and they're 8 games that we just want to go out and have some fun and get some wins and feel good about ourselves.
What's the plan of attack this week against Lindenwood?
Well, Lindenwood's an up-and-coming program, obviously. They've done a really good job. I've got a long-standing relationship with their coach and their program. And I think they've done an unbelievable job in their first year. So they're going to come in. They have nothing to lose. They're a first-year program. They're going to play hard. They're big. They've threatened some really good programs this year. They played Michigan tight. They played Minnesota tight. They played North Dakota tight. They've beaten teams like Vermont and Bentley and Air Force and swept Army and Army. They're good. They're a good hockey team. So our guys cannot take them lightly. Like we can't take them lightly, because if we do, we're going to pay.
We know that they love their offensive game. They're going up and down the ice. They're a very fast team. I mean, the coach said that offense is their #1 priority, to put the puck in the back of the net.
Yep.
How do you kind of stop and make them play your game?
Well, you just got to skate. You just got to skate. They're going to go high flying, and they play a kind of a fun style. But he's doing a great job with them, right? So we've got to just skate and check them and slow them down and just play our game. I think that our guys are ready. Like they're loose, but they understand that they got to finish strong.
And something I had just overall season-wise, you guys had a lot of transfers coming in this year, and other than a few guys that didn't really play together, unless junior hockey, of course. How do you think that plays an impact? You only have so many times to practice before the season starts, etc. Do you think bonding could have a thing? Like,
no, I don't think so. We do a lot of team building stuff at the start of the year. We take them to Flagstaff and up in the mountains and do other things locally. I don't think that's it at all. I mean, we brought in, there was 13 new bodies this year. 13 new bodies on the 5th youngest team in the country. So you're going to go through some growing pains. Unfortunately, we just went through too many of them, and I think the biggest problem this team has had is staying healthy. And it's as simple as that. And you can say a lot of things, but when you don't have the horses and you can't have consistency in our lineup because of so many guys being banged up for so long, and it's just one thing after another. We're going to get Timmy Lovell back this weekend, and we lose Benji Eckerly. So it's when we've gotten guys back, we've lost guys, right? So we just can't seem to get ahead of the curve and really establishing what we built this team to look like. What we built this team to look like was what you saw in the first dozen games. Since then, we've had to patchwork it together. Whereas as many as 7 to 8 guys have been out at one time. So it is what it is. We're fighting through it. The guys are doing the best they can. It's all we can do.
What have you seen from Doan this year? I know it's kind of been an underwhelming year. I think you would say it as well, in terms of how his game has kind of gone. How have you seen with him in terms of the stages of the season?
I think he's starting to pick it back up. Okay. I think he kind of had a little bit of a, that mid-season sophomore slump, I guess you could call it. But in fairness to really the what we deem our top 6 guys, when you have so many sandpaper guys out, it really allows other teams to match, and other teams to just focus on 2 lines, and that's what we had going at the start of the year. We had 4 lines that could go and be dangerous, and in the 3rd and 4th line that was playing heavy and chewing really valuable minutes, wearing other teams down. And when you lose that, it allows the other teams to really key in on your top 6, and that's what's happened. So I think Doner's done a great job. He's been a great leader. He's a young captain, and he's learned a lot this year, and he's going to be better for what he went through.
Cool.